Good evening, Kitsap, and welcome to tonight's show. And we got a dandy for you tonight. As you know, we are now entering the heating season, which means your utility bill is going to be coming. And when that first one comes, I suspect your eyes are going to get big, your jaw's going to drop, and you're going to shake your head in disbelief. But there may be ways around that. Tonight's guest is an expert in the utility field and energy conservation field. He may just have some ideas on how to reduce those bills, be more comfortable, and be good to the environment. Please help me introduce that energy guru, Michael Nile. Hi, Michael, thanks so much for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You are one busy guy. I can't tell you how many attempts it took to get you scheduled. Why are you so busy? What's going on?
Well, my phone fell in the toilet last week. No, it's a busy time of the year, Tom. Everybody's, as you said, trying to be more energy conscious and improve their homes and environments for the winter.
It's a good thing to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What are some ways that we can do that? Like for everyday people that are already living in a home, what are some of the things that we can do to help reduce those bills?
Well, the first thing I would recommend to everybody in your Kitsap studio audience is to go on pse.com, and PSE has a list of tips that they can do to prepare their home for the winter. If they have mechanical equipment like furnaces that haven't been inspected in the last few years, they should go on there and have a contractor come out and check that furnace, make sure everything's running smoothly. One thing that people tend to overlook this time of the year is humidity in their home. And that's a problem with older homes, especially in this environment. So getting a gauge and keeping track of humidity and maybe getting a dehumidifier for the home.
Wow, so taking out the humidity will actually help you save energy.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. What about things like as simple as like light bulbs? I think those old incandescent, they're kind of a thing of the past, aren't they?
They're going away very rapidly, Tom, and once again, if you go to the big box stores, you can pick up LEDs now for very reasonable prices. They're reduced, bought down by the utility, and they're very efficient, and they use a fifth of the energy of your incandescents.
That's quite a bit, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow. Now, is it different, say, for new homes versus remodels and the things that a person should be doing? I don't know how many people here are planning to build a new home, but for those that are, what type of advice could you give people that are considering building?
If you're considering building, we're in a good spot. Washington has a very good building code for energy efficiency, so you're going to get a very well-built home here in Washington. But if you're remodeling an older home, you probably want to get a contractor to come in and inspect it. They can do that through the PSE programs, and they can get some really good advice on what to upgrade and how to upgrade it to make it efficient.
Oh, okay. So are heat pumps kind of the thing that everybody's using now, or are they still using like electrical resistance heat or propane? What's kind of the state of the art as far as that goes?
You would be surprised in the older homes around Kitsap, the number of homes that still use things like wood burning fireplaces, oil burners, and even baseboard heating, which all are very unhealthy and very inefficient. But heat pumps are very efficient, and there are great rebates out there for them, and they're the way to go.
Okay, that sounds good. Those are good tips, I think. What incentive does, say, a contractor or a builder have to build things with high degree of energy efficiency? I can see it from the customer's standpoint, the person that's purchasing the home, but why would a builder want to do that?
Primarily for his reputation. You know, if you go back 5 years, most builders didn't think of things like energy efficiency, indoor air quality, water conservation, things like that. Today, the majority of them are aware of it, and it's good for their business. They also get incentives and rebates for doing it, and they get awards, so it's very important for them to build to those higher standards.
Well, that would be an incentive, I think. Are, like, heat recovery systems, are they getting to be more popular? Are they even used, like, to, say, for hot water heat recovery or exhaust air? Are those being used quite a bit now?
Absolutely, absolutely. As people tighten up the home air tightness, you need to exchange air regularly. You need healthy, fresh air coming in. So heat exchangers, what they will do is they'll take that outside air, they'll warm it with the outgoing air, and they'll bring fresh air into the home.
That sounds pretty good. You save all that heat then, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly a good idea. It makes a lot of sense. I noticed, I've seen a lot of advertising, like in this community, for the so-called grow community, which seems to be, at least by their advertisement, state of the art. It's solar panels, and they even, I think, have a Prius over there that you can use, and very high energy efficiency. Is that, do you know, pretty much state of the art?
You know, there's a lot of things that they've done in there to get to the point they're at, and they are cutting edge on quite a few things. There's probably a few more things they could be doing, but that would push up the cost of the homes, obviously. So I think they're doing a great job over there, making them very close to what they call net zero homes, with the amount of solar they're putting on the roofs, and the high efficiency heat pumps they have in there, and the insulation levels, and how airtight the homes are.
That sounds good to me. We're making a lot of progress then.
Yes.
Well, Michael, we're starting to get towards the end of our time together, and do you have anything you'd like to say, maybe if it could help us in some way, or just a rehash of something?
I think it's very important that if you have an older home, that you go onto pse.com, you look at the tips, and you have one of their qualified contractors come out, do a free evaluation of your home, tell you where you're hurting on the energy side and what you can do to improve it.
Well, thank you, Michael. A thought just occurred to me. Is there a way to harness all the hot air in Congress to heat the home? Thank you, Michael. It's been great.